Welcome, everybody. 49er George here in studio of the NWOL Network. Happy to produce this game. We have a great matchup, Miami at Wisconsin, Camp Randall. And on the mic tonight is FG and Blazo. Take it away, boys, and thank you.
All right, welcome in, everybody. Number 7, Miami Hurricanes taking on the Wisconsin Badgers in Wisconsin. Blaze, what do you expect in this game? Coach Revamp and Coach Brousseau.
I mean, you definitely have the differing personalities. We know that Brousseau is a heavy defensive mind player, while Revamp his offense can score pretty much whenever. So it's gonna be great to see how these ideologies kind of like mesh with each other.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, you got that, something's got to give mentality here today between extreme defense and extreme offensive minded people. So, see how this goes. Don't sleep on Revamp's defense either. So
No,
we'll
Revamp
see.
definitely has a good defense. But we're actually going to see Revamp's defense first as
Yep.
Wisconsin is receiving the kick.
All right, here's Wisconsin lining up, ready to go for the first play of the game. Little play fake and a quick little throw. Broken up though. Really nice defense.
That was a tight window. Really good placement of that ball to get it to the receiver. He just couldn't keep his paws on it.
Yeah, real good timing on the tackle, knocking it loose. We got 2nd and 10.
Looks like Wisconsin is coming out in a bunch formation.
Yeah, we'll see. They got to try. I would expect them to throw a lot of different sets out there. See what works, what doesn't. Here we go. Dropping back to throw. There was some rush. Ooh, dangerous pass. A lot of white jerseys there, but it did hit the hand of the receiver. Probably could have made a play, but
The receiver jumping like he's jumping out of a window in an action movie, trying to make that play. That's 2 drops right now by the Wisconsin offense, though.
yeah, I mean, he tried to make that like OBJ circus catch with the one hand and didn't work out for him there. OBJ's not walking through that door.
It's definitely not a bathroom door.
All right, here we go. One back in the backfield, changing the play a little bit. Takes the snap. Looks to throw. Throws left side. A tight window throw that actually works that time for Skylar Bell. His catch.
What I liked out of that play is that he led it towards the sideline away from the corner, so the corner didn't have that opportunity to knock it loose like on the first play.
Yeah, that was a very good ball placement on that one, where only his man could make the play. All right, so a first down on 3rd down for Wisconsin. And now going to hand it off for the first time. 3-yard run for Braylon Allen.
Yeah, that's one of those tone-setting runs. That's exactly what you want to get on a first down run. 3 to 4 yards every single time is going to give you a first down every single time.
We'll see if they can keep it going. First run of the day. Maybe a little bit shocking, but obviously Wisconsin came out with a plan. You script those first 15 plays,
You never know with Brousseau, though. He could have a lot more plays scripted.
See how it goes. Ooh, timeout. Coach Revamp did not like what he saw out there. And he's going to burn one.
Yeah, you can see Revamp yelling at his DC right there, asking what he's thinking, sending out that kind of formation against what Wisconsin had out there. Some miscommunication for sure.
All right, so they'll line it up, try it again here. Wonder if Wisconsin will go with their initial call. No, it's going to be different. Little motion, and it's going to be an option. Pitch.
Good pitch.
What a pitch, and a broken tackle. Just taken down just shy of the first down marker, so it'll be a 3rd and inches after 7 yards from Acker.
It looked like Miami wanted to rip the ball out right there, but Acker had it close to his body. There was no way that ball was going to come out.
Yeah, I thought for a second there that he was going to be able to pick up the first down after that initial broken tackle, but nice job by the Miami defense to keep it short and give him a chance.
Yeah, Miami was definitely swarming there.
Here we go. This time the give up the middle, and the yard is good enough for Jackson Acker. That'll pick up the first down. Wisconsin going heavy run here now.
Yeah, that might have been a little bit of a generous spot, but it's still early. You never know.
You know, the home cooking ain't too serious there. They probably should have, would have, could have picked it up on third down anyway.
Revamp signature press in the line.
Here we go. A handoff up the middle, and that one's going to work for 7 yards for Braylon Allen.
There could have been a train that went through that hole that developed between the left guard and the center right there. That was really good blocking up front by Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin known for their big guys on offense and defensive line at times, and using it to their advantage on that play right there.
Yeah, you gotta love the corn-fed boys up front. They're gonna get most of the work done, and you just have to follow your line.
All right, double tight end set here. Play fake, gonna throw very tight, and it's a catch for Hayden Rucci. 7 yards to the tight end.
You definitely can't say that Miami's playing bad defense. I mean, they've been draped over every single man. It's just the quarterback has the arm talent and the zip on it just to get it in there.
Yeah, and, it's just really a matter of, is the pass catcher going to come down with the football or not? Going to hold on to the football or not as well.
Yeah, 2 drops early is never something that any coach would want. I know that's definitely going to be a focal point when this offense gets off the field. Those wide receivers are definitely going to get a talking to.
All right, but that catch makes Montrell Coles 2 for 4 for the day. Lines up with 2 backs in the backfield. And here's the handoff going right side. And he wasn't touched for a good little while there. Picked up 5 yards. 3 for 15 for Braylon Allen.
Definitely a throwback to old school football right there with the wing T. Good little run in between the right guard and the right tackle right there. Picks up a nice little 5.
There you go. We're hearing Coach Brousseau was in the lab late last night working on this game. So I know anytime Revamp is coming to town, Coach Revamp and his Miami Hurricanes, people are always on edge. So got to put that work in. Working so far early on this drive.
45 possibly blitzing. He backs off.
Ooh, nice moves from Braylon Allen that time to be able to pick up 5 yards. Nice little bob outside and cut back in.
You can see that Brousseau is definitely confused by the call right there by the refs. Picked up 5 on a 2nd and 5, and it's somehow 3rd and 1. So it must have been a real long 5.
Yeah, not even inches. It's it's a little fishy at that point, but maybe trying to perhaps make up for the very easy spot they gave him before.
Yeah, the referees definitely don't want to be treated like the NFL refs have been all year long, so it's understandable.
Yeah, it sounds like typical refereeing in American football to me. Give a little, take a little. Now a 3rd and 1. Braylon Allen in the backfield. Wade's looking like he's ready to come in. Little man in motion to the right. Moving him back over, playing some games and then calling timeout. Doesn't like what he sees.
Yeah,
both teams with a timeout early in this drive. What do you think?
I mean, you definitely don't want to use these timeouts early. You never know what's going to happen in the second half. In the second quarter, it really sets the tone for the second half. But sometimes you just don't have the look that you want, and you have to call those timeouts, which I know is killing the coaches.
Yeah, both of them not happy and having to do that, but let's see. So what kind of calls we get here on 3rd and 1 from the Miami 29. Single back.
Only 3 D linemen on this play.
Moving things around again. He's a maestro out there, and he's stuffed. Braylon Allen gets nothing on 3rd and 1, and that'll leave 4th and 1. Decisions for
Yeah,
Coach Russo on drive number 1.
right there, Blades Jr. shot out of a cannon, got into the backfield. That looked like prime Troy Polamalu.
Nobody to block Blades Jr. there. He had help. There was a convoy in that backfield. Just when Wisconsin needed their hogs up front to really stiffen up, they did not at all.
Early in this
Wow.
game, you got to take the 3 if you're confident in your kicker, right?
I mean, everybody's coaching philosophy is a little bit different. I, for one, am a proponent of taking points early and coming back and going for it the second time, but he's going to do it now, and it's Braylon Allen barely picking up the first down. Wheelbarrow, nuts on the table. Coach Brousseau with the call on 4th down. Braylon Allen delivers.
You can see Coach sitting down. I think it's because his nuts are feeling a little bit heavy. He needs to support him with something right there.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably got him dangling off the edge of the couch, All right, here we go. And a play fake to Allen, going short here, and that is a easy tackle after a gain of 1 for Micah Jackson.
We've seen a lot of confidence building throws out of the Wisconsin quarterback here. He is a true freshman, so it definitely makes sense to try to get him into the rhythm so that he doesn't make any mistakes for you later on.
And just trying to keep that percentage up. 3 of 5 so far on the day. Here, another play fake to Allen. Allen picks up a nice block, and what a dot in between a bunch of white jerseys for Shamir Dyke, who picks up 16 yards.
Man, that, again, we've seen him make these tight window throws, and he's making it look like how Kurt made that throw in the Pro Bowl to win the last flag football game.
Yeah, this is totally looking like a Pro Bowl game. There's Braylon Allen up the middle for 8 yards, and that'll leave us 2nd and 2 here as the first quarter is down to 1:22 left in it. Brousseau has taken so much time off this clock early.
It's definitely a strategy in a game like this, though. You know that Revamp moves his offense really quickly, and by doing this, only giving him possibly the start of the second quarter to get the ball, that means that if Revamp does score quick, then Brousseau will be guaranteed more than likely the last possession in this half.
All right, here he's going to take it himself, and Montrell Coles loses a yard on the quarterback sweep.
Yeah, when the Miami defense needs to step up, they definitely have been stopping these little runs that Brousseau likes to throw at you.
And you just never know when they're going to send somebody, shoot the gap, and make it really, really difficult on your offensive line as well.
Yeah, Revamp's the best at it that I've ever played against. He can shoot a gap like no other.
He can get him right through that hole. Heyo. All right, here's Coles looking to throw, and they're going to go with the screen. Jackson Acker going to lose 3 yards on that play, so it sets up 4th and 6. Down here inside the 10.
Yeah, that was an incredible, just fantastic play on the screen by the defense. Nowhere really to go elsewhere with the football. Lucky that Aker even came down with it and didn't fumble.
And this time, Wisconsin going to elect to send out the field goal kicker for what will be a 24-yard attempt here as the first quarter is winding down. He's going to let the entire first quarter drift away here before we see this field goal attempt. What do you think about the time of possession on this clock right now, Blaze?
I mean, I think it's the best way that you're going to try to beat Revamp. You got to keep his defense on the field, try to maybe get him a little bit flustered, feel like he needs to do more than he has to.
24-yarder right down Broadway, and Wisconsin will lead it 3-0 with 6:58 to go in the second quarter.
You know, Brusso wanted to come away with the 6 there, but 3 and taking away 7 minutes off of this clock, that's never a bad sign.
All right, here we go. Good old Gucci LaFleur taking it out of the end zone. He's going to take it and wiggle up to the 20-yard line with a 27-yard return.
Yeah, not exactly where he would have been if he would have just taken the touchback, but with revamped stick skills, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and, I mean, it's never a bad idea to have your wingman, Gucci LaFleur, just, try to make a play for you.
No, most of the time it's going to come out Gucci, so.
Exactly. All right, let's see what kind of offense Revamp wants to run here after just having a, over 7-minute drive run on him.
Do you think there's a possibility that the offense will not be as ready as they once were at the beginning of this game?
They got to be icy cold sitting on that sideline for as long as they have been. There's Restrepo going to take it and sweep to the left, and he is going to pick up a yard. Xavier Restrepo is picking up something out of what looked like it wasn't going to be anything.
Can we talk about how Wisconsin only had 11 people on the field and it looked like 8 of them was chasing Restrepo there?
It really looked like they should have had him behind a line of scrimmage, but Restrepo with the shiftiness found a way to get to the outside and stretch it out to pick up that 1 yard line. 1 yard. All right,
Just
6:31 to go. Chaney in the backfield. Here's Van Dyke, takes the snap. He's going to get it over to Chaney. And he is not going to get anything. He's going to lose 3 yards. Donald Chaney Jr. just swarmed. Wisconsin defense knows where the ball's going, and they've been swarming the ball carriers.
Is it time to start calling this Wisconsin team the B crew on defense? Because they're swarming everywhere.
The B crew. I like it. All right, Miami backed up their own 18 on a 3rd and 13. Opportunity for Wisconsin here. And their defense come through with it.
If Wisconsin gets the stop here.
Oh, this is a big throw, and Van Dyke makes the play to Brinson, 29 yards. Wow, looked like somebody in that Wisconsin secondary had a chance to make a play there and whiffed on it, but wow, what a play by the Miami offense to pick that up when needed.
Yeah, the linebacker was a little bit overzealous coming in pursuit to try to help out in that play, and he just ended up keeping his back turned to the ball, and you can't do that.
All right, Van Dyke, one back in the backfield. Chaney is going to move to his left now. Changing the play up a little bit.
Adjustments by both coaches.
Got a little Peyton Manning action going on by Van Dyke, and he's going to make the throw to Restrepo, and he is inside the 40-yard line with a gain of 14.
Now Revamp's offense is starting to cook. They're finding the holes in the defense, and they're going to start to take advantage a lot more, I feel like.
And I think it's kind of the advantage that you get when you get this upperclassman quarterback at the helm, and he's out here running a bunch of Peyton Manning calls out there. Navajo, Sioux Falls, all these crazy calls he's making.
Yeah, you always want to have confidence in your quarterback, and having a senior who's been there, done that really helps out.
There you go. Again, changing some plays at the line of scrimmage is Van Dyke. Chaney, the lone back in the backfield. He's going to take the handoff. He's going to go right side. Has not been touched until the 31-yard line. What a play by Chaney. 9-yard run.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that the offensive coordinator has so much confidence in Van Dyke to allow him to change up the play with what he sees at the line, which is really allowing Revamp's offense to start to click as we go more into his drive.
All right, 4:39 to go in the half. Miami on their first offensive possession of the football game, facing a 2nd and 1 here. And Two backs in the backfield. A little play fake here. Van Dyke going to roll to his left, and Van Dyke's just going to take off with it. He's got the first down and more inside the 20, sliding the first down.
Yeah, right there, Van Dyke. It looked like he wanted to go to that drag route. The linebacker made a heads-up play to stick onto the drag. Van Dyke saw that he had nowhere else to go and was able to pick it up with his feet.
All right, inside the red zone. Miami looking to finish this one off in pay dirt if possible. There's a nice little bunch formation. And Van Dyke making a bunch of moves again and going to drop back and just throw it to Chaney, who's wide open in the middle of the field for a gain of 8.
Yeah, middle of the field's always going to be where you're going to look first. And when you have your star player completely open, you know that you can get it to him, and there's always that possibility for the explosive play.
You get it to your playmakers with any amount of space, there's always a chance. 3:52 to go in the half from the 11-yard line. We'll see what the call is here on 2nd and 2. Van Dyke, a perfect 4 for 4 for 48 yards on the day. Not to mention his absolute captaincy under center here, changing plays. Now going to throw it short to Brantley, and he is just going to pick it up just enough on the 2 yards for Khalil Brantley.
Averaging 10 yards every single time you throw the ball, that's always going to be a recipe for success in an offense.
Yeah, looking like that other team in Miami.
Unless their quarterback has his 17th concussion of the season.
All right, 3-zip. We haven't seen a lot lit up on the scoreboard, but it's been a very interesting chess match thus far. And again, more captaining at the line of scrimmage here, changing plays, changing routes. And he's going to move Pimp Chino to the left. It's going to be Chaney running behind Pimp Chino, but he runs out of space as the Wisconsin Badgers swarm again for a loss of 1.
Pimp Chino with a beautiful block, though, completely sealed off that edge. The swarming of this Wisconsin team got around the blocking and was able to get to Chaney right there.
Yeah, I mean, he was doing what he was supposed to be doing. It's just everyone else kind of just let that swarm come in. Let's see if he can punch it into the end zone here. 2nd and goal. And Van Dyke just going to run this one quickly, get it over to Chaney, and he is tackled from behind after a gain of 6 inside the 5-yard line.
And what we're seeing out of Revamp is kind of like, okay, you want to run out the whole first quarter. I can do the same thing with this second quarter and then put the pressure back onto you. So it's a nice little back and forth that's going on right now between the two coaches.
All right, 2:28 to play. Looks like Revamp has gone on quite a long drive of the zone. Not quite as long as Coach Brusso's drive in the Wisconsin Badgers, but a 3rd and goal here. Put up or shut up time for this offense. Gucci LaFleur in motion. Here's the snap, and Gucci LaFleur is there for the touchdown catch. 3-yard touchdown reception, and Tyler Van Dyke goes a perfect 7 for 7 on that drive.
Beautiful play right there. Sort of a pick play where Pimp Chino was taking away the blocker that was supposed to be on Gucci and just left Gucci wide open over the middle. And that's going to turn out Gucci for Revamp every single time.
There we go. Gucci as your offense running Gucci. We'll see if Coach Brusso and run a much different drive with his Wisconsin Badger offense here the second time around, because he does not have 7 minutes.
No, but this is a real life coach, so you know he's got those 4-minute or the 4-minute offense in his playbook.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be extremely impressed here if he runs the literal polar opposite of his last drive. And instead of taking 7 minutes to score 3 points, he takes 2 minutes and 11 seconds to score a touchdown to lead it to going into halftime. That would be very impressive.
It's something that we know that Brusso can do, though.
Oh, yeah. If anyone can do it, he can.
You can't just look at the scoreboard and see that Miami's ranked and Wisconsin is not, and not give Brousseau the respect that he deserves.
Here we go. Getting some motion going. And they're going to give it. Braylon Allen. Ooh, had such a huge hole up the middle, but is brought down from behind by a literal fingertip. Still a nice gain, but could have been so much more.
He might, after in the half, take off those shoelaces, make sure that next time he gets a hole like that, he's going to capitalize.
That was an insane tackle that just saved a ton of yards, really.
Yeah, beautiful play right there.
All right, much deliberation on what these play calls are going to be here. This is a true chess match. These guys taking a while to put their play calls in. We've already seen the timeout. Because of a play clock running down, there's another one running down. He's going to take the snap, going to throw. Ooh, another one of those tight window short throws, but it's caught by Micah Jackson for the first down.
And that stops the clock, which is very important in this situation, especially since Wisconsin is down a timeout from earlier.
Jimmy, 2 blunts in here, pimping for 17 months. Let's go.
Hey, if Jimmy knows one thing, it's knowing how to pimp.
This is true. He's master pimping in this joint. 7-3. Miami over Wisconsin. Wisconsin with more first downs. They have really labored on their drives. And here they're trying to do it again. Here is a roll to the right, and he's going to throw that one away. Montrell Coles felt the heat and got the hell out of the kitchen.
Yeah, always better to throw it away than take the sack there. But Wisconsin's going to have to pick up the pace and get down the field if they want to see even 3 out of this drive with only 1:15 left in this half.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, some of their bigger routes have not worked out. They've had to go methodical again. They just don't have the time to be doing that the whole drive. So we'll see what their plan is on 2nd and 10 from their own 36.
Again, you just got to think back to that Allen run. If he's not tackled by his shoelaces there, what this drive could have been if this doesn't work out.
All right, play clock winding down again. And he takes the snap. Here's Coles throwing left side. Wow, and Cloud lets him make the catch and pick up a couple extra. It's Shamir Dyke, and he's made a couple really nice catches so far today.
Yeah, another great catch. Single coverage on the outside. There wasn't really any safety help over there. And Dyke again makes a play when it's just him in the corner.
All right, winding it down to just under a minute to go in this first half. Miami really playing up here, and here's Coles. He's going to take the snap, and he throws it. It's intercepted by Huff. A Miami defense causes the first turnover of the day. And with 48 seconds to go in the half, look at this, man. Revamp Pimp Nasty on the sidelines, just absolutely just doing a Fortnite dance on him right now.
There's only so many times that you can test the tight windows before it comes back and bites you in the ass. And right there, it definitely bit Brousseau in the ass.
Yeah, looked like he was running a pretty decent drive there, and unfortunately, that one right there on the young quarterback didn't exactly keep the ball out of harm's way that time. And now Van Dyke is going to have a chance to show him how it's really done. There's Gucci LaFleur, and he gets away from the would-be tackler before he's finally brought down after a gain of 16.
You can kind of tell right there that LaFleur didn't expect to still be on his feet after that first missed tackle. He kind of paused and was like, wait a second, I'm still on my feet here. Let me run again. And by that time, it was too late. Wisconsin came over and finished the tackle.
And Tyler Van Dyke, very, very impressive here early in this game. A perfect 8 of 8. And again, changing plays. He's all alone in the backfield, you know. Oh, now they're going to move it, and Chaney's coming into the backfield. Another change of play. He doesn't have time for another one. He's going to take the snap. And going to throw it to Chaney. Chaney makes a man miss, and he will juke his way to a first down with a gain of 13.
Again, when you're going to get the ball into your star player's hands, you're going to have a good time more times than not.
What it's all about is getting it to your main playmakers, and now it's 16 seconds to go in the half. Electing not to take the timeouts. Here's Van Dyke, and he's going to roll it to his right. Looks like he's going to take off himself, and he will inside the 10-yard line, and he slides for a first and goal. Miami will take the timeout there. Still got one on the table.
Yeah, taking the timeout right there, it allows the quarterback to kind of calm his adrenaline down after a big run. Allows the offensive coordinator to figure out exactly what type of play call they want to bring in here.
Right, 8 seconds from the 5. Maybe one play before you're forced to take the field goal here. Maybe 2 if you're lucky. Coming out in this big, heavy set. Looks like they may try to run it here for the touchdown. We'll see.
Got to be ready for a possible play action here as well.
Moving Cooper to the outside, and it is going to be a toss to Chaney left side. He just doesn't have the speed to get away from the Badger defense. Miami will burn their final timeout of the half and send this field goal unit out there.
Yeah, you got your play to try to see what you could get. It didn't work out. Just take your 3, go into half up by 7, and build on this for the next half.
26-yarder is a no-doubter. It's a 7-point lead for the Miami Hurricanes going into the tunnel at the first half. What did you think of that first half there, Blaze?
Definitely didn't expect Revamp to come back and answer with a long drive of his own. Definitely wasn't as long as Brousseau's, but he was able to chew about 5 minutes off of the clock when Brousseau got the ball back, which made Brousseau do something that he's not as comfortable with and is trying to speed up his offense, which led to an interception by this stout Miami defense.
Yeah, Miami, 116 yards of total offense. Wisconsin, 97. Miami doing it more through the air. Wisconsin, a little bit more on the ground. But this game is not a game that's only 10-3 because these offenses haven't played. This is a game that's 10-3 because there have been long, sustaining drives that are just beating up these defenses. And we will see how much more of that can continue. The freshman quarterback Coles with the game's only mistake. And what do you think Wisconsin has to do to limit those plays?
I mean, again, you have a freshman quarterback in there. You got to make sure that you get him those confidence throws, get his confidence back up. It can kind of erase that interception from his mind. It's going to allow him to play more loose. It's going to allow him to make big plays, which is what Wisconsin needs on top of their steady running offense that they've been shown to have.
And meanwhile, you got Van Dyke, who is a perfect 100% with 88 yards and a touchdown. So it's a tale of an experienced quarterback against an unexperienced quarterback right now. And we'll see what Wisconsin can do. They're going to be on defense first in the second half, though, as we get it underway in half number 2. These coaches are ready to get going. Here's Gucci LaFleur. He's going to take it out again. Why wouldn't he? And he's going to weave and go left side. Ooh, what a tackle. That just saved a good 15 yards right there. What a tackle.
I'd argue it saved more right there. We know how shifty Gucci is in open field. We saw it with the first broken tackle. He didn't even touch him, so it's not even technically a broken tackle. He just got out the way. But great play right there by the special teams unit of Wisconsin.
Absolutely amazing special teams tackle. And Al Van Dyke from the gun with Chaney to his left. Again, making some more play moves. Arcing out some more orders. And taking the snap. He's going to throw it over to Chaney. And Chaney with a little, 360-degree turn there. And he gets his way to picking up 5 yards and making it 2nd and 5.
That screenplay with the play action is definitely Van Dyke's kind of, let me calm down, let me get back into the rhythm of it. We've seen it a couple of times when Van Dyke seems to get a little bit nervous and he just hits that little dump off, picks up solid yards, and calms himself back down.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely one of his bread and butter throws right there. Let's see what he has in store on a 2nd and 5. Again, barking out some more orders. He's going to drop back to throw, and it is Smith wide open. Keyshawn Smith for 13 yards.
That throw kind of froze Smith there. He didn't expect it to come in as hot as it did. But Van Dyke has proven to have that arm where he can just make those throws look so effortless and come in so quick.
Oh, yeah. I think the one thing for me that the unsung difference in the game right now has been when Wisconsin is making catches. A lot of those are very tightly contested passes by the DBs. And right now, I'm seeing Miami just getting that separation, and these throws are a little more simpler for them.
Yeah, definitely is simpler.
There's Chaney making a little move, and he'll pick up 3. Good solid run there, and something that looked like could have been stopped a little earlier. But his running game has not been super strong. 4 runs for 6 yards.
Well, his running game hasn't been super strong. He has been making it up for it in the passing game with a couple of really big receptions and big spots for Miami.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Van Dyke lining up at the gun with Chaney to his right this time. Again, barking out orders. Eagle, eagle. Here we go. Van Dyke going to throw. Left side, it's Brinson, and he's going to go for the first down. 9-yard pickup.
Brinson running a beautiful pivot route right there. Made the corner believe that he was going to go more towards the inside, caught him off guard, and was able to just cut back outside on an out and get huge separation, which has been something these Miami wide receivers are so good with.
All right, Miami wide receivers have definitely been really good with that, and Van Dyke, you wonder how long he's going to be perfect for. 12 for 12. Here's Chaney making a little spin move, and then a juke move, and a big pickup of 12 yards when it looked like Wisconsin had that beat on it in the backfield, but just not able to bring him down.
There's only so long that you can keep Chaney chambered. And he finally found a couple of holes, able to capitalize with a couple of beautiful skill moves, and he finds that open room for a good first down.
All right, here is Van Dyke in the backfield from the gun. He's got Parrish to his left this time. No Chaney. And Chino going to be in motion to the left side. And they usually use Pimpchino to block, and Parrish is able to get the separation from some great blocking. 9-yard run for Henry Parrish, and that'll leave a 2nd and 1.
That play was almost blown up a lot sooner. Parrish able to break off of a tackle early and pick up 9, which is huge for this Miami offense.
Right, here we go. Miami running a really nice drive here to start this second half. It's 2nd and 1. Van Dyke from under center going to drop back and throw. And again, wide open Smith. He makes a move, and he is knocked out of bounds at around the 11-yard line, a 23-yard reception.
Beautiful play right there. Again, these Miami wide receivers, you can definitely tell that they have no separation issues.
No separation anxiety here, as Miami from the 11 gets a 1st and 10, so they can pick up a first down at the 1-yard line. One more chance for a first down. Much deliberation as to what this call will be on 1st and 10. Got to watch that play clock.
Now with this, you're not giving Van Dyke the time that he'll need to make a change if he does at the line. So this could end up biting Miami in the ass here on this drive.
We'll see. There we go. Not much time. Going to make the call quick, and Chaney is going to go for it on the run. It's a 2-yard rush. Not a horrible start to the set of downs.
No, you definitely want more, but again, I think just the amount of time that the OC gave Van Dyke to work with, uh, probably played a factor right there. You can kind of tell that Van Dyke really didn't want to have to run that play, but when you only have 4 seconds on the play clock, you can't change a lot.
Yeah, not a lot of time to make any necessary changes. So 2 yards, not bad. We've definitely seen worse from having more time to make changes. So not the worst thing in the world. See how this goes. Van Dyke in the backfield. With Chaney to his left. Shotgun play. Van Dyke looking. He doesn't see anything he likes. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to take off with it, and he's going to get smoked after a gain of 2. 2 straight gains of 2, but they only get 3 from the chains. So another one of those marking errors by the officials. That was a heck of a hit.
I don't think Van Dyke right there really wanted to run with the ball. I think the line of scrimmage just kind of snuck up on him, and then he had no choice. At least he didn't try to throw it once he crossed that line.
Okay. From the 7, a 3rd and 7. 10-3 game. Third quarter, 2:51 to go. This is the first drive of the second half. And Miami with another long, sustained drive.
I really like this drive out of Miami, though. We say they come away with this with any kind of points. That means that it's a 2-possession game, and you already killed an entire quarter.
Yep, and Van Dyke going to drop back from under center, and he's hit. It's a swarm again for Wisconsin, and they get the first quarterback sack of the day. Bobby Nash with the sack.
Yeah, right there, Van Dyke showing poise. He was able to stay in the pocket, try to make a read, able to shake off one tackler. But as we've seen with Wisconsin all day long, when there's one, there's more.
This is going to force the field goal attempt. And Borregales gets it up and right down the old wazoo for a 13-3 lead for Miami. It is a 2-score game, but anything can happen just 10 points down. Wisconsin's going to have to run that offense well here.
Yeah, but at the same time, Wisconsin doesn't need to completely change how they want to play. They can still run the ball. They don't have to take big shots immediately. They still have enough time to stay in their own system.
That depends on which own system we're talking about. They can't run that first drive of the first quarter again, because then you're leaving yourself, 2 minutes in the fourth quarter to try to get the football back, and we all know how difficult it's been to pry the ball away from the Hurricanes.
Yeah, that's just a sign of a very well-coached, revamped team. They're not going to give the ball away. They're going to stay poised. Just great coaching by both sides, in all honesty. This game isn't always told by the score, and this is another one. This has been really tightly contested.
Oh, yeah. This has been one of the tightest chess matches I've had the pleasure of watching in the NWO for sure.
Yeah, normally I'm used to high-scoring madness, but this is nice.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, Klink's not playing today. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Shamir Dyke with a 9-yard reception to set up a 2nd and 1. Look, it wouldn't be me on the call if I didn't say something about Klink, all right?
That's fair. We all know if that would have been Klink, though, that would have been a pick. But it's all good.
All right. Let's see. Wisconsin hits the first pass of the drive, and Montrell Coles is 8 of 12. He has that one mistake, but he's been pretty solid. And now going to give it to Braylon Allen, who makes a nice cut to the right, nice back to the left, and winds up with a gain of 17 yards for the Wisconsin Badgers.
That run right there shows you what Allen could have done in the first half if he would have not been shoelace tackled. So that's a beautiful run right there by Allen, showing that he can still be a workhorse and make this Wisconsin team move forward.
All right, Wisconsin getting a nice offensive drive together. Braylon Allen to his right in the gun. Gotta watch out for you-know-who back there. And Allen's going to take it, go left side. He's going to run over a defender and be brought down after a gain of 3.
Yeah, another good run that gives you 3, sets up the entire kind of system for this 1st and 10. Now leads you to a 2nd and 7. If you continue to go forward, it just calms the OC down a lot.
All right, 1:04 to go in this 3rd quarter. Wisconsin past midfield here. They're not making bad time so far on this drive. Wade's got to watch out. He looks like he's ready to whack somebody, but doesn't get to him that time as Braylon Allen brought down for no gain.
Yeah, that's definitely not what Wisconsin needed right there. They needed to continue to move forward, keep momentum on their side. This kind of gives the Miami defense the time to say, hey, you know what? We got this. It doesn't even matter. We've only held them to 3 so far, and we're going to continue to do that.
All right. Braylon Allen, 11 runs, 56 yards. Here comes Blades again up front. This Miami defense occasionally likes to bring everybody up, and you never know where they're going to come from. 3rd and 7. Do they bring somebody? Play clock winding down. Bulls doesn't like it, but he's going to call hike anyway. He's back there, and he is trying to get away from a defender, and he's going to have to throw it away.
It's always just so crazy to me how much speed all of Revamp's defenses have to where they can bring absolutely everybody up, and then you still don't have that deep shot downfield like you would expect.
Yeah. I mean, that's just because they disguise their defense so well. It reminds me of like the New England Patriots, like they can put guys wherever they want to. That doesn't mean that those guys are blitzing or anything in particular. So you got to pay attention to what they do after the snap, not pre-snap.
Yeah, but with a freshman quarterback at the helm, it becomes a lot harder for him to read it as he's not used to this type of defense.
Absolutely. Play clock winding down again. On a 4th and 7, they're going for it. And Coles is going to go with a deep shot, and he overshoots his intended target. Just a little too much mustard on that hot dog.
Yeah, and the
That's how
receiver
third
had
quarter
a
ends.
step, maybe a yard back more, and that could have been something really nice for Wisconsin. Instead, they have to give the ball right back to Miami.
Yep, so overshoots his intended target, and now Miami will take over right at the start of this 4th quarter near midfield.
Here, if you're Revamp, I think you just slow down the game and not give Wisconsin time.
There's Van Dyke as he's getting pressured, gets it away. Gucci Lafleur not able to come down with that one, and that'll be Van Dyke's first miss. Not really even his fault.
No, that one's definitely not his fault. That's just one of those situations where receivers got to keep his eye on the ball. You could see Gucci wanted to make a play out of that, but he took his eye off the ball way too soon.
All right, Van Dyke coming out in the gun with Chaney to his left, trips to the right. Making some more changes at the line. Good old Peyton Manning-esque. And there's the throw. Gucci Lafleur. Uh-oh, making a big move, and he's created the space necessary. He will waltz right into the end zone. What a play by Gucci Lafleur.
That definitely makes up for the drop, wouldn't you say?
That definitely makes up for the drop, and let me tell you, that one right there, you know what Revamp's thinking. Good God.
Good God, son.
And a little shake and bake. Gucci Lafleur makes it a 17-point game. Just what we were saying before. You get that ball into the hands of your playmakers, and Gucci Lafleur certainly is one of them.
Yeah, Gucci, again, we said it earlier. Get the ball in the hands of Gucci. You're going to find some Gucci results.
And there's Borregales to hit it right through the uprights. Does that give him an extra 3 points? No, not going to put any more on the board. Okay.
I think that's a Canadian football thing, not an American football thing.
All right, let's see what Wisconsin does here with 6:47 to go. definitely don't have the time to play methodically here. But let's see. This freshman quarterback is going to have to start lighting it up.
See what he can do.
And he's going to take the snap. He's going to make the throw. And look at this, some separation for Skylar Bell, who makes a 16-yard play.
Is that the first time that we've called Skylar's name?
Second.
Second time. All right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
It's been a rare thing. Good to see him making some plays here in this fourth quarter. First and 10, changing a little bit of a route there, and Coles is going to roll to his right. He's going to take off with the football, and he is tackled after a gain of 5.
Right there, you got Skylar double covered, Blades helping out in the coverage to help out the slot corner, who maybe, or not maybe, he was definitely a little bit flustered on that first pass to Skylar.
All right. 9 Cloud with 5 tackles on the day. Again, Miami bringing everybody up to the forefront here with 6:08 to go. Barking orders is Coles taking a little page out of Van Dyke's book, and he's going to throw this one. Woo, tight window. 9 Cloud could not make the play. Micah Jackson with a 13-yard play.
Beautiful play right there. Put it in front where only the tight end was. He had 2 people, but they were behind him. Makes it an easy catch and a good first down.
Yes, sir. And even 6 minutes to play, and Cole's going to take the snap here, looking for an open receiver. He's going to go deep, and Blades knocks it down. Probably could have picked it off if he went off with 2 hands. Both Brousseau and Revamp both angry at their team right now.
Yeah, I'd say that Revamp's angry because there was a roughing the passer call right there. Takes away the good play that the defense has and gives Wisconsin a first down, 15 yards, and no more good play.
Yeah, no more good stop on defense, and Braylon Allen in the backfield to the right of Montrell Coles in the gun. He's going to move over to the left. Not going to throw it that way, but woo, what a throw. That was dangerous. Quick for Marcus Allen in 2 yards.
A little behind the receiver right there. If it's in front of him, he has an opportunity to maybe pick up some more yards.
All right, running a little tempo here. 2nd and 8. They get right to the line. Coles takes the snap, and he will throw it up the middle. Another short little pass to Marcus Allen. That'll go for 6.
Definitely a better pass right there, though. It wasn't behind him. He's able to put his hands out, catch it, and keep his forward momentum.
Montrell Coles passes the 100-yard mark, passing on the day. It'll be 3rd and 2. And here comes that pressing Miami defense. Here's Coles looking for an open guy. He's got nobody, and he is eaten up in the backfield for a loss of 9. Furious Johnson furiously getting to the sack. No pause.
Yeah, and Furious right there makes up for his roughing the passer call, ends up bringing down the quarterback at the right time, and leads to this 4th and long.
All right, Wisconsin going to elect to go for the field goal here. Kicker with the leg, and he drills it up the middle. Making it 20-6. 4:48 to go. It's a 14-point ball game.
Now, here, are you going to go for the onside? No.
Doesn't appear that Wisconsin's going to send the hands team out there, so 4:48 looks like they're going to kick it deep, and they will.
That shows some big confidence in your defense. I like that out of Brousseau.
Here's Gucci LaFleur on the return, and he finds a little crease, and he is just brought down at the 35-yard line. Nice save.
Gucci's got that step after that huge catch and run to extend the lead. And you see it again with his kick return.
Oh, he's definitely feeling himself now. He's feeling Gucci. He's about to do some dancing with Coach Revamp after the game in the locker room.
Definitely. Can't wait to see which Gucci bag he brings out after this game.
All right, 4:44 on the clock in the 4th. And Miami going to go running right off the gate here, and Donald Chaney for a 1-yard play.
Yeah, if you revamp, that's what you got to do is just keep it on the ground, not risk a turnover, and keep the clock running.
We'll see whose hands that plays into. See if Wisconsin can get that swarming defense going, get this football back, and give themselves a chance. Here we go. Some more motion. Oh, it's going to be a throw, and Brinson makes the catch, but no yards to be picked up there as he is tackled right away.
It's always the danger thrown to the naked screen in that situation. If the block doesn't hold outside, then it's an easy tackle most of the time, one-on-one.
For sure. Under 4 minutes to play now. The clock is now Wisconsin's enemy. And here on 3rd and 9, it's a big play call for the Hurricanes.
The Hurricanes obviously want to pick up a first down right here, but the main point is just to keep the ball in their hands. If you have to punt, it's not that big of a deal. Still have a 2-possession lead.
It is, but if we know anything about Coach Revamp, stepping on that throat and ending the game right here and now would be something he would like. Here's Van Dyke, and there's the throw, and it's Gucci LaFleur makes the play after the catch, and he's very dangerous after he's got the ball in his hands. 14-yard pickup. They get the first down where they need it.
Yeah, stat line for him is 4 receptions, 86 yards, and a touchdown. Just Gucci makes plays.
Gucci has been looking Gucci in this second half. That is for sure.
Yeah, the first half it was a little bit of a Cheney game, and now Gucci's getting back into his own and making the plays that he's known for.
All right. So that means automatically that some more time is going to come off this clock for Wisconsin. They did not want that to happen, but Miami just passed them in first downs, 12-11. Play clock winding down. Van Dyke barking out orders. They're going to give it to Cheney. Cheney, this left side sweep has not been Miami's friend today. As that time, no gain.
The corners are doing a really good job about getting off the wide receiver blocks, getting in there, kind of cutting off, going fully outside, which is what Cheney wants every single time he gets that ball.
All right, that is definitely the case, and we are near midfield here. 2:47 to play in this game. That's really important to watch that clock. Wisconsin's fate rests in the ticking of that clock.
Yeah, the clock's definitely getting loud in Brousseau's ear. He knows that he has limited time to work with as it is, and he knows that his defense needs to get stopped here.
Here's Van Dyke. Under center this time. Play clock really winding down. Here's Van Dyke looking for an open receiver. Hit as he throws, and it's Smith making the play. Keyshawn Smith didn't have a chance to do anything after the catch because he stepped out of bounds, but nice little pickup.
The wherewithal with Dyke to know if he just stood in the pocket, took a hit, and got it to Keyshawn right there, that the play would be made. Keyshawn doesn't pick up anything afterwards, doesn't stay in bounds, but he does get 9 yards, which helps out Revamp a lot.
3rd and 1. Power running formation here. Marking some more orders, though. And Dyke from under center. Wisconsin looking like they're thinking run here, as you would think. Really letting this play clock wind down. He's going to call it with 1 second to go on the clock, and Brantley makes the play. Really quick throw. Almost didn't even have any time to think after the ball was snapped.
Yeah, that's a play where you had to throw it away quick, though. Wisconsin was bringing almost everybody. You could kind of tell that it was a run commit right there. Good wherewithal by Van Dyke to get rid of that ball soon, and picks up the first.
All right, Van Dyke, 18 and 19, a couple of touchdowns, and just captaining this team to victory right now. 1:54 to go on the clock. Pimpchino in motion to the left. Here we go. And Cheney looked like somebody fell on the Wisconsin defense there that might have had a chance to make a play. And an 11-yard pickup for Cheney.
Wisconsin uses the second timeout of this half, but Miami picked up another first down. It might be too little too late now, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, it's definitely possible here. With just one timeout left and 1st and 10, it's going to be tough. 1:50 to go. Now Cheney's starting to wear down this defense. He's brought his rushing average from below 2 to up over 3.5 now. So
Yeah, let's see if we can get it to 4 here.
and Van Dyke going to give it to Cheney, and Cheney's going to take it right side, and he is brought down after a gain of 4.
Wisconsin uses the last of their timeouts here as Miami. One more first down and this game is over.
All right, 2nd and 6. Will they pick up that first down now, or will we have a little bit more tension? We'll see. Hard fought game from both sides here. Low scoring, but not low in action.
No, definitely a high action game. Score doesn't always mean anything. This game has been entertaining from start to finish.
Branson in motion to the left, goes to the slot. They're going to give it to Cheney, and look at this. Met with a big tackle. A smackdown by Preston Zachman.
You gotta love the heart from this Wisconsin team. At this point, everybody kind of knows that it's pretty much over, but they're still out there, still making plays. They're still showing that they're not going to completely give up. They're going to play till the final whistle.
Yeah, they refuse to give up any more points here at home. They don't want the fans looking at 27-6 up there.
No, you never want to look at 27-6, but you got to say, Brousseau holding Revamp so far to 20 points. Not many people are able to do that. I know I never was when I was playing him.
It's been a very highly impressive defense here by the Wisconsin Badgers. And Van Dyke's going to give to Cheney, making a little spin move, trying to pick up some more yards. That's going to go for 4. And again, 4 yards for Cheney today has been hard to come by. So he's done that here 2 plays in a row. But it will leave a 4th and 3.
Yeah, again, another 4-yard rush, but at the same time, 4th and 3 instead of 4th and 2. Really crazy how the refs are spotting these balls, but hey, I'm not a ref. I can't say anything, I guess.
All right, maybe we have to get C-Bus in here to comment on that. Here we go, 4th and 3, and the field goal is up and good. 23 seconds to go. It's a 23-6 ball game.
17-point game. Again, not many people can keep it low scoring with Revamp, so really impressive showing out of Brousseau, even if he is going to end up on the wrong side of the win.
All right, let's see how much Brousseau wants to fight here with 23 seconds to go. See if they can discover anything here on this final drive in that Badgers locker room that they can take into their next ball game. All right, Spider, here we go. It's a play fake. And a throw, and it is knocked away. 9 Cloud making the play that time.
Yeah, and as you said with next game, it looks like next week Miami is going to be facing Pitt at home, playing the computer, while Wisconsin is going to be traveling to A&M.
All right, so a couple of big important games for these teams next week. And here we go. This time going to be a run for Braylon Allen. And he's going to pick up 10, but a 3rd and inches. Again, these refs, man, they must have stopped off at the same dealer that Brousseau went to last night when, the field was all mushroomy. But these refs have no idea what is going on with the spots. But That is it. Russo running the football. And there we go. A very respectful end to this game.
The mushroom allegations are just allegations. We would like to point that out. Rousseau has neither confirmed nor denied the use of mushrooms.
Yeah, he cannot confirm or deny, both for his profession and, just he doesn't remember. Uh, all right, your final score, number 7, Miami Hurricanes 23, Wisconsin Badgers 6. Let's get the winning coach in here, Mr. Coach Revamp TV.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, Revamp? Today, quite an interesting day. A lot of sustained drives by both teams. You got that one mistake off of the freshman quarterback of Wisconsin. What did you think of your team's play today?
Overall, defense, I think, carried the way for us today. Obviously, anytime you can play the way they played today, we're going to have pretty good success. Offensively, though, I think Van Dyke pretty much put the team on the back today. Usually it's Cheney, but this Wisconsin defense is different, man. That fucking rush defense, especially. I'll say this Wisconsin defense is nasty. That's all I'm gonna say.
Last thing I got before I ask Blaze if he's got anything for you is Gucci LaFleur, man. As you like to say in your stream, motherfucking Gucci LaFleur. Good God. That play that he made pretty much calling game. What was the thought process on that one? Just get the ball in your playmaker's hands, or
I'm not sure exactly off the top, like which play exactly, but Gucci's always one of the guys we look for to make plays when we need it, and he stepped up today, had 2 touchdowns.
Gucci with the little step back cheese on that touchdown.
Yeah, okay.
Making it work, man. That defender had no answer to his moves. Blaze, you got anything for Revamp?
Yeah, my only question is Van Dyke goes, I believe it was 13 for 14, almost an entire perfect, or 18 for 19. My apologies. Almost a perfect game through the air. The one drop was by Gucci, and the next play, Van Dyke goes right back to Gucci. Does that just talk about the chemistry that they have? That even when a drop happens, they still have the confidence in each other?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Gucci is one of the guys that we always rely on timing routes, whether it's out routes, comebacks, drags, slants. He's just, for some reason, his speed, high, it just all works out and has been clicking since day one. And so it's just him and Van Dyke got that chemistry.
And you said that you couldn't really rely on Cheney, but Cheney was a big part of your passing offense. Is that just showing how well of a developed player on both sides of running and passing that Cheney is, that he is able to contribute in different ways than just the run?
Yeah, Cheney's the guy. I mean, Van Dyke to me is the guy that we lean on the most because if Van Dyke's clicking, the whole offense is clicking. But Cheney, he's the guy we're going to try to force feed as much as we can. But overall, I mean, I couldn't get shit going with him. He had 40 rushing yards, 29 receiving yards. I mean, we got the win, but that Wisconsin defense, rushing wise, locked it up. But good thing Van Dyke stepped up today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
again, congratulations on your win, man. I have no further questions for you.
Yeah, I'll tell you what Cheney did do is he had 17 touches and ate up a lot of the clock. That's what he did. My my man Revamp,
Well,
you're the defending champ, and you're well on your way again, man. Proving that you can win a game no matter how your opponent wants to play you, man. Whether they want to go high scoring offense all day or they want to play a defensive smash mouth battle, you've proved that you are definitely a top notch coach. So congratulations on a win, man.
hey, I appreciate you, pimps.
All right, let's get the guy on the losing end this time, Mr. Coach Brusso. How we doing, Coach?
Well, about what I expected in this game, but hey, he's a defending champ for a reason. He's got an amazing squad and he played really well.
Yeah, there you go. What kind of positives can you take away from your freshman quarterback's performance here today?
I mean, as you guys saw it, right? Like I knew we were going to see a lot of man coverage. And if you go back and look, I think Montreal had 12 completions. Probably 8 or 9 of those, maybe even all 12, are literally tight knit precision timing throws that have to be completed when they did. Right, a half second here or there, and they're picked off. You saw a little overzealous with the one pick because it was trying to be a timing route. Tight end went over, linebacker slipped underneath, perfect timing. It is what it is, right? Got a little overzealous with that one, but overall, like we know Braylon Allen doesn't have the athleticism really to get it rolling, so everybody's just going to sit back and dare us to run the ball 45 times, and maybe we should have done a little bit more of that tonight.
Yeah, looked like that first drive was working pretty well for you, and stalls out with a field goal after over 7 minutes of play. How big do you think that first drive was in setting the tone for this football game?
I mean, I think it was, and like I wasn't purposely trying to drain the clock. I was just kind of just keep the chains moving, whatever you want to call it, right? It wasn't purposely trying to turn the unofficial Excel clock on, but at the same time, getting if it would have been closer, it was 6 yards, and this Miami defense is so damn good. Like if you're gonna try to throw the ball in very tight space, you're probably not gonna have a very good result, at least with our skill set on the perimeter. So you know, I think it did bite us, but the defense, I would say 90% of the time, the defense played as well as they could. You know, we rallied to the ball. Our goal was to stop Cheney, and if Van Dyke wanted to scramble, so be it. But at the same time, the offensive line played well for Miami. We sent pressure, and it never really got home except for maybe one play. And if you're not going to get pressure when you send pressure, bad things are probably going to happen. That's what happened. We got picked apart on the perimeter a lot tonight.
Yeah, one sack for both teams. I agree with you. There was that like maybe two throws I saw that your wide receiver had more than like a yard separation. So yeah, definitely agree there. Blaze, you got anything for Coach Brusso?
Yeah, I got a couple things. So with Cole having a sort of iffy performance, he did throw that one pick, never got it going through the air to score touchdowns for you. He is just a freshman though, so are you looking forward to the future that your team has with him?
Oh, absolutely, right. And I think if people kind of, it's we're pretty pigeonholed in what we can do. Our offense has gotten better, but at the same time, we still don't have. I mean, you saw right. You saw flashes of what the kid can do, but then the one time we beat a press, right, and it barely was like a half a step. He airmails the fade ball on the sideline on fourth down. So it's like if we could get that, if we could get him a little bit more consistent, I think we'll be really well off. But at the same time, we're already on the hot seat here at Madison, and it'd be a shame for us not to come back and see how this kid's going to develop. But at the same time, we got to get the job done, and we're not getting it done. And we don't really have the athleticism on the perimeter from a receiver and DB standpoint, to keep, get separation and then not let people separate. So we're gonna have to keep trying to mix it up defensively and offensively. I mean, it's just tough, but you watch the whole game. It's ridiculous for us to even try to get off the ball.
Yeah, and you also made a comment about how Allen or your running back can't really get it done. Yeah, Allen, my bad. Can't really get it done because he doesn't have the agility. But there was a couple of runs there where he showed flashes of being able to make big plays happen, and he just barely gets tackled. Do you think the game changes if he does break off those huge runs?
Like the one we are talking about, the shoestring one, I think absolutely. But at the same time, the kid has 82 speed, but he basically has high 90s everything else, right? So it's like it's no excuses, right? We signed this, we signed up to take over our home state team for a reason. It's just it's almost a coulda, shoulda, woulda principle, and I don't like keep beating a dead horse either. I also think losing Ches Malusi last year or this past year to graduation has really killed our offense, just because Malusi was kind of that change of pace guy where we kind of have we had to condense our playbook a little bit now, just because we can't use a lot of those back sets that involved him, right? Whether it's using a lot of misdirection, having him get to the perimeter because he had the speed to get out there and cause some havoc. We don't have that this year in our freshman backups, so it's kind of difficult. But at the same time, we got what we got, and we're just gonna have to, go back to the drawing board and try to figure out how to move the ball consistently and put it in the end zone.
Yeah, definitely something that I hope Madison gives you a chance to showcase just how good of a coach you are. Great game by you. Definitely should hold your head high. Revamp's a tough competitor, and you, in all honesty, holding him to 23 is huge.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, guys, for the call and producing.
Yeah, definitely one of the better chess matches I've seen in the NWO like that. Always interesting to see what both teams were going to call. All right, that does it for us here. Both coaches have had their say. And tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, we have Oklahoma State with Coach Big Dog Snausages taking on Michigan with the fantastic duo, Pimptastic, as we like to call them in the community. So make sure you guys show out for that one tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Appreciate
Yeah,
everybody joining us today. Blaze, always a pleasure sitting here with you, man.
always a pleasure to stay here with you too. Thank you again to the NWOL to let us even come into the booth.
Yes, sir.
We started to think that maybe we had to get the padlocks broke into and everything, but they did open up the doors for us, so we're gracious.
It's always tough, like especially for me with so much stuff going on. But I love coming in here, supporting the pimps, and checking out a banger ass game whenever I get a chance. As somebody who played in this league just like you did, Blaze, we know what it takes. We know what it takes, and it's tough. It ain't always easy.
Yeah, definitely isn't easy. This is a league of honestly the best 12 guys I've ever seen play this game. Just everybody in this league is great, fantastic people, and just glad to be along for the ride, honestly.
All right, looks like we got the race set up to Lion's Den. Go check out some Lion's Den. Spam those NWO emotes if you got them. Show them who sent you. And we'll see y'all tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern.